Alright guys, so sorry my phone died in the part 1 and it has been several months since I last made that, but I actually still have the name thing, so I'm just going to pick up right where I left off. So first let me show you how to transfer. So in that last video you saw me make my name. Transfer paper is really simple. You just kind of take whatever you got over here, this big old roll of transfer paper. And I'm just going to, you can tear it off here. It might be easier with an X-Acto knife, actually. Should we have it? Pull it off and then just... There we go. Oh, this X-Acto knife has hot glue all over it. Okay, so in order to transfer it, this can actually be tricky. Lay it flat. Now, I have different kinds. There's some transfer paper that you peel up that is 2 separate layers. This is the cheaper stuff because it doesn't have a wax paper side like this, but it's easier. So, get a good press on there. And this can be very tricky if you're doing something small, so you want to go slow. Like this eye, it won't be a problem here, but if this was like half this size, it's kind of tricky to peel it up, so you just want to make sure you get the corners, so you kind of press down underneath and pull away each letter. Okay. And kind of just, I like to watch as I go. Ah, come on. See, that eye didn't come out. And this keeps all of your letters aligned and everything looking the way you want it to. And you really have to be careful with these long pieces that you don't let the tape stick to itself. Okay, so it's all on there. See, it's backwards. I'm just going to put it on this box. This is my box now. Line up as best I can. I definitely recommend, if you're putting something permanent, take a lot of time lining it up. The only thing I don't like about this transfer paper is it doesn't have lines. Some of the other transfer paper has lines across, and it makes it really easy to center it, but this doesn't. So go and rub everywhere, and the same thing, you gotta be careful taking this off. Little, especially when it's small, it'll try to come up with it. And if it does, you just kind of press down, go back and forth. Maybe use the opposite end of an X-Acto knife, like when something comes up. Like I say, see how that comes up? I kind of use that end just to kind of hold it down a little. Not too much pressure, but just enough to keep it. Okay, just like that. Alright, and you can reuse this if you got another thing that you're doing. We don't, or you can throw it away. I've got a ton of it. Alright, so that's your first assignment. The second part, I'm going to show you how to do an image. So you can do any image, but there are some restrictions. I believe, right, Inkscape wasn't working on this computer. Let me double check. Yep. I remember having this error before. Yep. Okay, so we're going to have to use software. I actually rather use GIMP or Inkscape to edit these files, and I'll make a separate video later on. But let's just find something. What's something I like? I'll tell you what, I was playing the video game Destiny the other day. Let's see. Oh, it's going to ask me to log in. Well, it's connected to Tulsa Tech's network. So let's find a cool Destiny logo. They got some cool ones. Images. Okay. You can't find any images, but I can tell you the easiest way is go to search. Oh, no, we want to go to advanced search settings. There we go. Go to color and go to black and white. You'll find a better logo. So that could be cool. That's from the newest update. Let's see if I get something. You want something really clean that has just 2 different colors. It doesn't have to be black and white, but you don't want like a lot of gray. So I'm gonna find something cool. Search Destiny symbols. Ooh, I like this one. That's pretty cool. Alright, we're going to save this. Trials of the Nine design. We'll see what that, I think that's coming up in an update. Alright, but it doesn't matter. That's just the nerdy teacher talking. So, we're going to first load in what we want to use. I'm going to come over here. I need to grab some paper. I think white would be pretty cool for this. Well, it might not be easy to see for a video. Let's go and get the ones I've got. If you want to make a really big design, you can ask me. I've got these huge rolls right here to flip the whole thing. But for now, we're just going to do this little small guy. Okay. Once again, load it in the back. Get everything through there. I didn't open it up. Okay. And we're going to here, move this guy over here. Remember, the wheels can only be on the white part. Okay, and then I'm going to try to line this up straight so it doesn't get crooked on me. Okay, close it. Turn on my vinyl cutter. They can either select roll, edge, or piece. I can't remember. I think I like using edge for this one. I know roll will work for sure, but I feel like this is the least wasteful. Let's see. Okay, yeah, so it found the edge. Alright. It's got the width, so we're good. I'm going to increase the force just a hair. Okay. Now we go back over here. We're going to once again do what we did last time. Go to File, Preferences, Grid. Oh no, there's our grid. So File, Cutting Setup, Change, Get from Machine. Now I've got that same number so it knows the length. Okay, I'm gonna hit OK. Okay, and a couple other things. I don't know if I covered in the last one. It's been a while since I made it. You can change your grid here. So I had a student earlier asking me like, well, I don't know how far this is. So I have it set right now at a 1/2 inch. So every square is a 1/2 inch. But you can also set it to like 1 here. Hit OK, and you'll see. So I know exactly how many inches my design is going to be. So I open, or I'm going to go to Import, and we're going to go to Downloads. We're going to import this. Okay, and we've got our image here. And I'm going to right-click and go to Image Outline. And usually it comes at the right. It adjusts this for you. 90% of the time, that's about the best one you can get. But sometimes you can adjust it to kind of see where you think it looks the best. You know, that might look best for me. I actually kind of like it more here. So we go to Extract Lines. No, let's go try here. You can do it several times. Like so, if you zoom in here, you can see I don't like the way it's looking on this X where it was, so I'm moving it wider so it fills up more of that space. But you'll just kind of find that I think that's the best. So I do that. Okay, now I can take that away and I can delete my old image. Yeah, and so if I leave this the way it is, it's going to be a, looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.5 inch design if I do the whole square. Okay, so I'm going to, and let's see. So now what I like to do is I like to zoom in just with the scroll wheel, and I like to fix some things. So I select this one right here, and now I can zoom in and kind of move some stuff around I don't like. Like this X, I don't like the way that looks. I want to make that look a little cleaner. So you can go through here, and I'm not going to spend a ton of time doing this because I don't really care about this logo. I'm just more doing it so you guys can see. If I was making something myself, I'd care probably a little bit more. I'm going to delete that point. Yeah, some points you can delete, some points, like see, you just see that line. Can you zoom in? Like this line's just off. Oh, whoops. Okay, and some of them have unnecessary extra points. Just delete those. But you can go through here and you can add in more points. I even remember how to do it. It's like is there another? I think there might be another toolbar somewhere. I'm going to fix this up a little bit. Or actually, I'll delete these. And just clean up. But you know, some of the stuff's going to be so small and tiny that you wouldn't notice unless you like held up a magnifying glass to it. So don't waste too much of your time on it. But especially if you're OCD, you can I've spent way too much time on working on some of these. So I'm already getting lost in it. So I'm gonna stop myself. All right. And I gotta think, so with the square on the outside, I could peel away all of this, and that could be the light color, but I think I'd rather have the actual logo. It'd also be a better experiment for transferring. It's a little bit harder to do that. Okay, so I transferred that, took all that off. I'm gonna go back to here, I'm gonna bring it down, and let's make it just a little bit bigger. Holding shift to make it so it stays. If I don't hold shift, it moves around. Control Z to undo anything. Okay. So hold shift. I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger. Let's go to there. Okay. And that looks good. Now I like to fill up all my screen because the machine already kind of doesn't use the far edges anyway, so you can pretty much drag as close as you want to that. Okay, once I'm done, I go to cutting, and we don't need all of that. See how that's real long like that? I don't need it that. It sometimes will scroll through the whole piece. So, well, let's see what it does. Okay, so I'm going to go to cutting. Okay. It's going. Complex design. Should be done soon. Okay, it's done. Alright, so one way to get it off is just hold the arrow button. Pulls it down. And I'm going to go ahead and cut. Now, I can see I'm going to go and cut here what I need. Move it out a little more. Easier to cut. Alright, there we go. And sometimes you end up with pieces like this is extra here. I'm going to go and cut this off so it's nice and straight for the next person. But this is actually, if it's long enough to be put between these two lines, like either this way or this way, this could be used for a name or a project. So I throw these in the scrap box down there, this little tiny scrap box, and you might want to go there before you do your project and just select piece when you start out. So now we're going to go do the long grueling process of peeling this away. Start from this side. Hopefully I can do it pretty quick. I might have you pause the video. We'll do a little bit just to refresh you on how everything works. Okay. Luckily this is coming up pretty good. Okay, got the first layer. Second layer. Go ahead and pause the video. Alright, just got done getting all this. You can see I've got little pieces of vinyl all over my hands. If I can get that off of there. Okay. But I have my piece. Looks pretty good. Like I said, some of those little imperfections that I saw when I was looking at it, I can't even see now. Because it's so small, you just don't notice. So like I said, don't spend too much time. So I'm going to bring it back over here. Just grab some scissors. Pull this out. Make sure I get enough. Miss. I'm gonna fix that later, but right now, so I'm making a video, I'm in a hurry. Okay, same thing. Take this transfer paper. Ooh, that was close. Okay. Make sure it's all stretched out. Okay, make sure you got your design the way you want it. Okay, same thing as before. Now you're seeing where I'm struggling with these letters. Like I was telling you before, you sometimes have to kind of just press down, get an X-Acto knife. It can be tricky. So transferring is definitely an art in of itself. There's probably people who do this for a living that have a lot better videos on how to do this than I do. This is just how I've done it and what works for me. There's a whole career in graphic design, making things like this and making signs. What I like about this is what you're going to get in the next part is where you're going to actually have to make parts that are, you're going to design things to fit over like your cell phone or something else. You're going to have to actually take measurements. But this is basically CNC. I mean, it's like a little mini routing table, except it's got a blade, so it's making cuts just like it does with the mill or router. Okay, so I'm going to line it up underneath my name. Looks good enough to me. And peeling away. Don't ever peel it too fast, because this is where, once again, just like it was struggling going down, it can struggle when you're peeling it up. Little pieces will. Look at that. Okay, kind of go over it lightly, make sure everything's sealed down. And boom, that kind of looks cool, right? So, 3 parts that you have to do with the vinyl cutter before I kind of give you free range to do what you want. Make your name, or you can make somebody else's name, or you can make a words, whatever. Do an image. Let me go over here and show you one last thing before you get done. So I'm going to go ahead and go back here, and I'm going to pick a different image. Let's just look at cats. Let's take a real picture of a cat and see what we can do with it. Once again, you want a picture of a cat with a lot of contrast. So I'm going to try, let's see if this one will work. Save image as Siberian cat. Ooh. Alright, we're going to delete our old one. You can save it if you ever want to make it again, but I'm not trying to make it again. Import. Let's go to the cat. Okay, and we're going to try play around with this image outline. Now look here, you can actually see I'm getting some of the... Oh. So you can kind of pull images from these. You just got to play around with that outline, you know. And then once again, if I don't want this part, I can select that and hit delete. That goes away. If I want to make the eyes bigger, you know, I can move this around and do my own thing. Okay. You could add in your own eyes. And just delete what's on, like. Oh, that's not one. Oh, I have to select this one, sorry. Delete all this and this. Add in my own eyes. Could add in letters. Cats. You know what I mean? And have a logo that's inside, so that's part of the vinyl sticker. You know what I mean? So you can do a lot of cool little fun things with this from all kinds of different images. Let's find another one. Import. I saw someone downloaded SpongeBob. It's got a bunch of different colors. So we go to image outline. Once again, this is just going to come down to what colors you'll see, like what colors it's going to select. The darker we make it, so I'd say maybe that looks best. I would say extract outline, okay. And so you can just see, you're just going to have to play around and figure out what you want. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. Alright, so go through to that, and then your next assignment, I'll make another video on that later, and that's going to be making something to fit over something. You're going to make like basically a vinyl skin or vinyl cut. So, alright, good luck, have fun.